exactly what you want to see. Let's run this puppy in. Score a touchdown and tie this game. Life, run for your life, touchdown on one play. Worked on this in practice. Touchdown. It's up to Kelvin Benjamin. This is all you, buddy. Kelvin Benjamin for a touchdown. Oh, he toasted his man. Holmes toasted his man. Spin move. Oh! Oh! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the What a Juice channel. And welcome back to a recap and review of Thursday Night Football, Cleveland versus Denver. And this game, well, it was not the most entertaining game in the world. It kind of played out almost like how I thought it was going to play out. It was a sloppy game. There was just bad football from both teams because both teams aren't really that good right now. I mean, the Browns would be really good and they would have probably wiped the floor with the Broncos if they were completely healthy, or at least even like somewhat healthy. But obviously we know that Baker Mayfield did not play in this game. It was the Case Keenum show, and it was a show, that's for sure. So, sloppy game from both sides. Teddy Bridgewater didn't look that great. It was 17-14. Cleveland wins. They barely get by, and I kind of wanted to see the Browns lose this game. I know I talked about this in yesterday's video, how I love to see the Browns fans sad, and I love to see the Browns lose because it just makes me happy. But they do escape this game, and that's what good teams do. Good teams win games that they should lose because of injuries or just bad play. They somehow find a way to win. That's what good teams do. And the Browns are a good team. They found a way to win. Their backup players, their bench players, they stepped up. They played really well. They played good enough to get the job done, and they scored just enough points to win. So that's really all you have to do. That's basic football right there. So I don't really know really much to break down in this game. I mean, Case Keenum was Case Keenum. Teddy Bridgewater was Teddy Bridgewater. Like, there's not really much to break down because you didn't have Baker Mayfield. You didn't have Nick Chubb. No Kareem Hunt. I mean, it was just like, it was just a blah game. It was your basic Thursday Night Football game. Now, if all of those guys were starting for Cleveland and everybody was completely healthy, then there'd be more to break down. Then it'd be, oh, Baker, did he play well? Did he not play well? Did Nick Chubb go for 100 yards? Did they score a bunch of points on the Broncos defense? How did Von Miller do? There'd all be all these questions, but not really. There's not really that many questions. I mean, the Browns are a good team. They're gonna probably make the playoffs, even though they're still injured. We don't know if Baker's gonna start next week. Who knows if this game was on Sunday, if Baker would have started. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe because they were coming on such a short week that the doctors didn't feel like it was necessarily the right option for him to start on Thursday. But maybe if that game was pushed to Sunday or maybe even Monday, maybe Baker does start that game, and who knows what happens. Maybe Baker gets hurt more. Maybe he looks really good, or maybe he just looks like the Baker that he's looked like so far this season, which is not that great. So there's a lot of questions about Baker. There's a lot of questions about how this Browns team is going to play the rest of the season because they got a pretty decent schedule coming up. They got to play the Ravens twice in 3 weeks coming up here in the later part of the season. They've got, I think, the Bengals one time. They've got some other decent teams that I can't remember off the top of my head. But the Browns, this is their test. This is their game time. If you want to be a good team, you need to fight through adversity. You need to fight through these injuries. You need to play well. And I know it sucks that their starting quarterback is part of these injuries, but he should be back for the next game. I would assume that he's going to be back for the next game. How is he going to play in that game? I don't know. How is he going to play the rest of the season? Is he going to get hurt again out of this? It's all up in the air with Baker. But as long as you can get at least like 50 to 75% of Baker Mayfield, then you should have a good enough roster to win these games. And plus, we haven't even started talking about the trade deadline, where there's rumors that my camera's going to go off. All right, sorry about that. I thought I had my camera battery all charged up. That's my bad. But what I was saying was, you don't really know how Baker Mayfield's going to play because before the injury, he was hurt. He wasn't playing really well before the injury when he wasn't hurt. He wasn't playing that well. Then he goes in, he gets hurt in that Texans game in the second week, and then ever since then, he hasn't really played that well either. So, what Baker are you gonna get? Is this injury gonna linger the entire season? Is he gonna have to miss the rest of the season with surgery? Is it that serious? The only good thing is that it's in his non-throwing shoulder, so Baker has that going for him. But will that matter too much? Will the pain become too much? Will the other team start to game plan against that? Will they start to bring heavier blitzes or more severe blitzes to try and hit Baker on that side, get him down on the ground, maybe rough him up a little bit, and try and get that injury re-aggravated or something? Those are all possibilities. Those are all good reasons for Baker to not play in this game, in any games really. So it's all really up to what the Browns want to do. I mean, if they want to sit him for the season, just call the season a wash, I wouldn't really do that, because you're a good team that when you get Nick Chubb back and when you get Kareem Hunt back, you're a playoff team. So I think Case Keenum, even though I don't think Case Keenum is that good, if he has to come in and manage games, I think he could do that, especially with that defense. If they get healthy, I think that he could manage games and get some wins and get to the playoffs. I don't think they'd do anything with Case Keenum in the playoffs, but they could at least get to the playoffs. And what I was going to mention before the camera went out was we are coming up on the trade deadline, and there's rumors that Odell Beckham Jr. could be on the move. He's got a decent-sized contract. They could move off from that, restructure some other contracts. So they still haven't paid Baker yet, so that's probably a good thing, because who knows how Baker's going to play, not just when he's hurt, but when he's actually healthy. He hasn't looked amazing. He's looked okay, good, but are they going to pay Baker? Are they going to trade Odell? That's a big question. That's like one of the biggest questions, one of the biggest rumors going around Cleveland right now is, will Odell Beckham be there in the playoff run? Will he be there after the trade deadline? Who would be interested in trading for him? I've heard the Packers are a rumor to try and get Aaron Rodgers another weapon. I've heard what's the team I'm thinking of? Is it the Vikings? It might be the Vikings are another team that are interested in Odell Beckham Jr. There's a couple teams out there that are interested in Odell that could definitely come in for him and that have the cap space to pay his contract if they need to, or the Browns could keep paying it, I guess, however they work it out. But there's a lot of questions up in the air with this Cleveland team. They do survive the Broncos, which I didn't think was going to happen, but I also thought the Broncos were going to play a little bit better than they did. They didn't do that, and the Browns win 17-14. Let me know down below what you guys think. What you guys think about Baker Mayfield, if you think he should sit the rest of the season, if you think he should get the surgery, if you think he should keep playing through it. Let me know down below what you guys think. And that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Make sure to smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.